Morning students all. Last class we finished up to problem number 6 completed. Problem number 7 we will see. State if each of the following statements are true or false. Give reasons for your answer. They gave some statements and they are asking whether this statement is correct or not. Give proper reasons. Like that they are asking. In an elastic collision of two bodies, the momentum and each energy of each body is conserved. Whether this statement is correct or not means false. Momentum of each body will not be conserved. Momentum before collision is equal to momentum after collision. Understanding? So, statement will be 7. This will be A. It will be false. Momentum and energy of each body will not be conserved but total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. Okay, next, second one. Total energy of a system is always conserved, no matter what internal and external forces acting on the body. So, when external forces acts on the body, then only total energy will be conserved. So, this statement is also false. Total energy is conserved only for conservative forces. Non-conservative forces means total energy will not be conserved. Next, C, work done in the motion of a body over a closed loop is 0 for every force in the nature. So here also same. Okay, we'll do one thing. Total energy is conserved. Here you do one thing. For external forces, you write like this. External forces. This is also statement is wrong, false. Here what is that they are giving? Work done in the motion of a body over a, this is for conservative force. Statement is true only for conservative forces. Okay, next, D. In an inelastic collision, final kinetic energy is always less than the initial kinetic energy. They are asking. That will be correct only. So, true. This statement will be true. So, what to write here is true, final KE is less than initial KE in inelastic collision, because some energy is wasted during collision. Some energy is wasted during collision. Okay, so that is about the 7th question. Question number 8, you see, answer carefully with reasons. In an elastic collision of two billiard balls, is the kinetic energy is conserved during a short time of collision of the balls. When kinetic energy will be conserved? When if the collision is elastic collision, then only kinetic energy will be conserved. Here they are not mentioning that collision is elastic collision or inelastic collision. So we can't confirm kinetic energy will be conserved like that. We can't confirm what they are mentioning. See, in an elastic collision of two bodies, the total kinetic energy is conserved during a short interval of time, means when they are kept in contact. So, okay, right, for this. So for this, no, during entire collision, it is true. It is not true for a small interval of time. Clear? Next, B. Is the total linear momentum conserved during the short time of an elastic collision? Means yes, momentum will be conserved. Momentum will be conserved whether time interval is small or big. So what you have to understand, if the time interval is small, only momentum will be conserved. Kinetic energy will not be conserved, though it is an elastic collision. Okay. Next, C. What are the answers to A and B for an inelastic collision? Inelastic collision also KE will not be conserved. Next, this will be conserved. So, see what to write. In elastic collision, momentum only conserved. KE will not be conserved. Okay. Next, D. If potential energy of two billiard balls depend only on the separation distance between their centers, is the collision is elastic or inelastic? So next D, what they are asking, see. If the potential energy of two billiard balls depends only on the separation distance, this will be in elastic collision only. In elastic collision only, total energy is conserving. Potential energy of two billiard balls depends only on the separation distance, conservative forces. Elastic collision only, that is enough. Okay. Next, 6.8, 8th question, ninth question, you see what they are asking. See, a body is initially at rest. So U is equal to 0. Body is initially at rest. It undergoes one-dimensional motion with constant acceleration. So A is equal to constant. The power delivered to it at time t, when acceleration is constant, relation between power and time is what? That is the question. Okay. So here A is equal to what will happen means F by M, because F is equal to MA. We will use the formula V is equal to U plus AT. From V is equal to U plus AT, V is equal to 0 plus F by M into T. Okay. So this value F by M into Ft by M. Then power formula will be power P is equal to F into V. Okay. So what we can write here, this V place you substitute this value. So F into Ft by M. Okay, this value F square T by M. I am writing that one in this format. P is equal to F square T by M into M by M. I am multiplying with M and dividing with M. So it becomes F square T M by M square. Clear understanding? F square by M square will be A square. So this is equal to A square Tm. Already mass is constant. They mentioned acceleration is constant. Okay. Here mass is constant, acceleration is constant. Therefore, since A and M are constant, P proportional to T. Relation between power and time will be P proportional to T. Once again, see, body is at rest, moving with constant acceleration. Relation between power and time is what? We know A is equal to F by M. From the formula F is equal to MA. We substituted that A value in V is equal to U plus AT. We got this value. We wrote the power formula. Power formula we can write work by time or force into velocity. By substituting this, finally we got A square Tm. So P proportional to T. Okay. So for this, A, B, C, D, fourth option, 1, 2, 3, 4, four options are there. So second option is right. Ninth, it will be second option. Next, 10th, a body moving unidirectionally under the influence of source of constant power. Its displacement in time t is proportional to. Body is moving with constant power. Relation between displacement and time will be how much? That is the question. Okay. We will do this one in this way. Question number 10. KE is equal to kinetic energy is equal to work done. Work done, we will write it as power into time. Power is equal to what? Work by time. So then work done is equal to power into time. So KE formula half mv square is equal to P into time. From this V value will be how much? Square root of 2 pt by m. V is equal to square root of 2 pt by m. So I am writing V as dx by dt. This value square root of 2 pt by m. Here power they gave as constant. Mass already constant. I am writing this one in this format. Square root of 2p by m into t power 1 by 2. P constant, m constant. The square root of 2p by m value will be always another constant into t power 1 by 2. Then dx is equal to square root of 2p by m t power 1 by 2 into dt. We have to integrate this one. Integration formulas, you don't know. We will tell that formulas. So, integration symbol will be this one, integral dx. This 2p by m is constant only. So, integral t power 1 by 2 dt. Here, formula is integral x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. This is the formula. Integral x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So here what we will get? This value, see, integral dx means x. X is equal to 2p by m. Using this formula, t power n place 1 by 2 is there. T power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1. Okay? So, this value, how much we will get? 2 by 3, this one. Root 2p by m. T power 3 by 2. 2 by 3 constant. Root 2p by m will also constant. Then x proportional to t power 3 by 2. So relation, when power is constant, relation between displacement and time is x proportional to T power 3 by 2. Here option for this will be 10, third option. Okay, T power 3 by 2. Next question what they are asking, see, force given, a body constrained to move along the z-axis of coordinate system is subjected to a constant force F given by F is equal to minus I plus 2j plus 3k, where ijk are the unit vectors along xy and z-axis of the system respectively. What is the work done by this force in moving the body a distance of 4 meter along the z-axis? So simple question only. What they are asking, see here. F bar, how much force is applied on the body means minus I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap Newton. This is the force applied on the body. Because of this force, body is moving only along the z-axis. Along the z-axis, unit vector will be k cap. So this value will be 4k cap meter. Work done value is how much? Work done is the dot product of force and displacement. F bar dot S bar. This will be minus I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap dot 4k cap. Remember, I dot k will be 0, I dot j dot k will be 0, only k dot k is 1. So I bar dot k bar means 0. J bar dot k bar means 0. K bar dot k bar is equal to 1. 3 into 4, this value will be 12. This is equal to 12 joules. Clear? Work done is equal to 12 joules. Okay? We'll stop with this now today. We'll continue in the next class.